Stories are a little bit like people. Some are born, some are made, some are thrust upon you. This next story is a little bit of all three, and I promise you're going to be talking about it tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the unforgettable Allison Burg.
My dad was a very nervous Jew. His favorite phrase was, "You never know. Don't stand at the top of the stairs with your back facing the flight, because you may slip and fall down and crack your head open. You never know. Don't ever leave the house without an extra bottle of sunscreen and an extra hat, because you never know if you're going to be caught in direct sunlight without any shade to be found. When rounding a blind curve, or any curve for that matter, you always want to honk 3 short times, because you never know if the other person is paying as much attention as you are." I knew when I went to college that my dad was going to continually embarrass me. For example, I still have the largest rearview mirror on a non-commercial vehicle in the District of Columbia. Because you never know if you need to see 500 feet behind you at all times with all angles. When 9/11 happened, I was living with a group of girls, and we got a package to our house. It was unmarked, and it was anti-radiation pills. Without having to discuss, we knew who it came from. He also sent me to college with a bright red fire escape ladder, because you never know when the actual fire escape on your building may malfunction, and you need to use the one that you brought. And that fire escape ladder has actually followed me since college and has moved with me 8 times. It's in my 32-year-old apartment right now. I'll tell you that when you have to tell your Craigslist roommate that you need to escape out the window tonight after work for practice, it's kind of embarrassing. The time that I actually stepped into a full-fledged disaster, no online purchase or father preparation could have set me up for it. It was the spring of 2001, and I was in college, and it was Easter weekend, and I'm Jewish, so I was left in school, and pretty much the campus was barren. And I was in my dorm room, and I was just gotten back from the gym, and I was about to take a shower. And I was sitting there in my towel, and I put something in my mouth. Something that I have not put in my mouth since the spring of 2001. It was a Triscuit, which is the perfect blend of sticky, clingy, and clumpy, and it lodged directly in my throat. I started to choke. And so I did what you're supposed to do when you see those signs on the walls of the cafeteria that tell you to do the chair thing. Those should be ripped down because they do not work. So I started to panic even more, and I'm running out of air. And so I run into the hallway, and I start banging on the door of the girl who I knew was on the hall at that time. No one's answering, running out of more air, panicking more. My towel drops to the floor. So I'm on that long hall freshman year, and I'm banging on a door, not breathing, and I'm naked. So panic sets in even more, and I decide to burst open her door. At that moment, she was also in the nude. What does she do? She balls up on the ground and says, "Get out, get out, get out, get out of my room. Who opened my door?" And when she realizes that nobody's answering, she looks up, sees my vagina, my boobs, my blue face, and me clutching my neck. She realizes that I'm choking. What does she do? She jumps up, grabs me in the room, gives me the Heimlich maneuver, both of us buck-ass naked. And so I remember this moment so vividly, and it's probably because I thought I was going to die, but also because when she pulled me in the room, she pulled me directly in front of her Bed Bath & Beyond full-length mirror. And so I watched the entire scene play out. And so I remember the fluorescent lighting above our heads, my breasts bouncing up and down in the mirror, her body pressed up against mine, and it was like 4 strong thrusts. And it popped out of my mouth. We kind of both tumbled back onto the bed, caught our breath, looked at each other, started laughing. End scene. And we're still laughing about it today. This April will be the 13th anniversary of Naked Heimlich maneuver. I am 13 years Trisket free. And, I poke fun at my father for being overprotective and his idiosyncrasies. But the reality is, I know that when I send my kids to college, I will send them with an arsenal of protective mechanisms. I'll also arm them with one piece of advice: to never, ever eat a Trisket alone. Because my father was right. You never know. Thanks.